Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak English by Listening. I'm Emily.
And I'm David. We are so happy you are here with us for our very first episode.
We are starting this podcast to help you improve your English by listening to natural conversations on interesting topics.
Exactly. And for our first topic, we want to talk about something really important for all of us, especially when you are learning a new language: confidence.
That's right. Have you ever felt shy to speak English, even if you know the words? Or maybe you felt nervous about trying something new?
Many people feel this way. Confidence is not just about speaking a language well. It is about how you feel about yourself, about your abilities, and how you face challenges every day.
When you feel confident, it helps you in so many ways. In your work, with your friends, and yes, even when you are practicing your English. It helps you try new things and not be afraid of mistakes.
So, today we will explore what self-confidence truly means and how you can grow your own confidence step by step. We will share some simple strategies you can use in your daily life. So, we talk about confidence, but what exactly is self-confidence? How would you explain it simply for our listeners?
That is a great question. At its heart, self-confidence is really your belief in yourself. It's believing in your ability to do things well, to succeed, and to handle all the different tasks and challenges that life gives you.
That makes sense. So it's not just about being good at something, but also about believing you can be good or that you can learn.
Exactly. And it's very connected to how you see your own worth. Do you believe you are valuable? Do you feel good about yourself, even when you make a mistake?
And it's also tied to something called resilience. Is that right? Can you explain what resilience means in this context?
Yes, that is true. Resilience means how strong you are when things are difficult. Self-confidence helps you be more resilient. When you believe in yourself, it helps you stand up again after a problem or to keep trying even if something is hard. It's about trusting yourself to get through tough times. So when someone has this kind of belief in themselves, this self-confidence, what are the real practical benefits? How does it help them in their daily life?
That is an excellent point. There are many positive ways confidence helps us. For example, people with healthy self-confidence often perform better, especially when they are under pressure. They can focus more and worry less.
I can see that. If you trust your own abilities, you are probably calmer and clearer in your thoughts.
Precisely. And it is not just about work or tasks. Confident people also tend to build stronger relationships. When you are comfortable with yourself, you can connect with others more openly and honestly.
That is very true. It's easier to be yourself. What about when things go wrong? Life always has problems.
You are right. Problems are a part of life, and here's where confidence truly shines. Confident individuals handle setbacks with more resilience, as we talked about. They face challenges more easily because they believe they can overcome them. They do not give up quickly.
So they're more likely to learn from mistakes instead of feeling defeated.
Exactly. And perhaps one of the biggest benefits is how it affects our feelings. People with self-confidence often feel happier and less anxious. They worry less about what others think or about future problems because they trust their ability to handle things.
These benefits sound wonderful. So how can someone start building this self-confidence? What is the first step we can talk about today?
A very important first step is to stop comparing yourself to others. This is a very common problem.
Oh, I agree. Especially with social media today, it's so easy to see what other people have or what they're doing, and then you start to think, why am I not like that?
Exactly. Comparing your life to someone else's, especially the perfect pictures you see online, can really make you feel bad about yourself. It often causes low self-esteem. Your worth is not based on what others have.
So What should we do instead of comparing?
Instead, focus on your own progress. Think about how far you have come, the things you have learned, and the small successes you have had. Even small improvements are important. And also, practice gratitude. Be thankful for what you have right now. Your health, your friends, your family, your ability to learn English, for example.
That is a beautiful idea. Instead of looking at what you lack, you look at what you possess. This can help you feel stronger inside.
Exactly. And this leads us to our second strategy. Surround yourself with supportive people.
Oh, this is so important. Who you spend your time with really affects how you feel about yourself.
It truly does. People who support you, who believe in you, and who make you feel good about yourself are very helpful. They can lift you up and make you feel more confident. Think about your friends, your family, or even classmates who encourage you in your English learning journey.
So it is about choosing your company wisely. And what about people who do not make you feel good?
That is also very important. You should try to avoid relationships that are negative or what we call toxic. These are people who might put you down, criticize you often, or make you feel bad. Being around them can slowly take away your self-confidence.
That makes sense. If someone is always telling you what you are doing wrong, it's hard to believe in yourself. It's better to be with people who see your strengths.
Precisely. When you spend time with supportive people, they help you see your own value. They cheer for your successes and offer comfort when you face challenges. This environment helps your confidence grow.
That is very true. Support from others is a great help. And now let us move to our third strategy. Practice regular self-care.
Self-care. This is about taking good care of your body and your mind. It's very important for feeling good about yourself. Absolutely. Sometimes we forget that our physical health affects our confidence. When we feel good physically, it is easier to feel strong mentally.
That is right. Simple things like eating healthy food, getting enough sleep every night, and exercising regularly can make a big difference.
Yes, and it does not have to be difficult. Eating well means choosing fresh foods most of the time. Sleeping enough means giving your body time to rest and repair.
And exercise, even a short walk, can make you feel more energized. When you take care of your body, you feel better about yourself, and this builds confidence.
I agree. And beyond the body, there's the mind. Finding ways to relax is also part of self-care. It could be reading a book, listening to music, or just sitting quietly.
Exactly. When your mind is rested and calm, you can think more clearly. This helps you handle tasks and challenges better, which again boosts your confidence.
So, self-care is not just about feeling comfortable, it's a key step to becoming more confident. It's about respecting yourself and your needs.
Yes, it is. When you make time for self-care, you're telling yourself that you're important. This feeling of self-worth is a big part of being confident.
That is very well said. Taking care of yourself is truly important. And that leads us to our next strategy, which is also about how we treat ourselves.
You mean being kind and compassionate with yourself? I think this is a very powerful one. It means treating yourself like a good friend.
Exactly. Think about how you talk to a friend when they're having a difficult time or when they make a mistake. You wouldn't be mean or critical, would you?
No, never. You would offer support, understanding, and encouragement. You'd say, it's okay, or you can do it.
So, why do we often speak to ourselves in a way we would never speak to a friend? This strategy asks us to use gentle self-talk. It means being as kind to yourself as you are to others.
That is so true. Our inner voice can be very strong. If it's always negative, it can hurt our confidence. But if it's gentle and supportive, it builds us up.
Yes. When you make a mistake, instead of saying, "Ugh, I am so stupid," you could say, "Everyone makes mistakes. I will learn from this." This small change in words makes a big difference.
And it is also about showing kindness to yourself when things are difficult. Life has challenges, and sometimes we do not succeed immediately. In those moments, do not blame yourself too much.
Be understanding. Give yourself permission to feel what you feel, and then gently encourage yourself to keep going, just like a good friend would.
This practice of self-compassion helps you to feel safer and more secure within yourself. When you know you will treat yourself with kindness, even when things are hard, your confidence grows. Building on that idea of being kind to yourself, our next strategy is about how we talk to ourselves inside our minds. It is about using positive and rational self-talk.
That is an important one. We all have thoughts that go through our heads all day. Sometimes these thoughts can be very negative.
That is true. For example, if you try something new and it does not go perfectly, your inner voice might say, "I'm not good enough," or "I will never learn this." This is negative self-talk.
And this strategy tells us to challenge those negative thoughts. Don't just accept them as true. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Is it helpful?
Exactly. Instead of believing those negative thoughts, you can replace them. Change them into realistic and encouraging thoughts.
So if your mind says, I am not good enough, you can stop and say, that is not fair. I am learning and it takes time. I will improve.
Yes, it's about creating a more positive inner voice. Instead of criticizing yourself, you encourage yourself. It's like having a coach inside your head who believes in you.
This helps so much with confidence. When your own thoughts are supportive, you feel stronger and more able to face things. For instance, if you're learning English and you make a mistake, instead of thinking, I can't speak English well, you can think, it's okay to make mistakes. This is how I learn. I will try again. These small changes in your thoughts can make a big difference in how you feel about yourself and your abilities. It builds up your confidence step by step. So we have talked about positive self-talk. What about other ways to build confidence?
There are many more. One important strategy is to face your fears.
That sounds a bit scary, but I think I understand.
Yes, it can sound big, but it means doing things you are a little bit afraid of, but in small steps. For example, if you are shy to speak English, maybe you start by just saying hello to someone new.
That makes sense. Small steps build confidence because you see you can do it.
Exactly. And related to that is doing more of what you are good at.
So if I'm good at reading English, I should read more.
Yes. When you do things you are good at, you feel successful. This feeling makes you more confident in other areas too. It gives you a boost.
That is a smart idea. It builds on your strengths.
Our eighth strategy is learning to say no when you need to.
This one can be hard for many people, right?
It can be, but saying no protects your time and energy. It helps you focus on what is important to you, and that helps you feel in control, which builds confidence.
That is true. If you say yes to too much, you can become tired and stressed.
And finally, our ninth strategy is to set realistic and achievable goals. This sounds very practical.
It is. Do not try to do too much at once. Break your big goals into smaller steps. And here's the important part. Celebrate your progress, even the small successes.
Yes, celebrating small wins keeps you motivated and shows you that you're moving forward. It really helps you feel more confident in your journey. We have talked about many strategies to build confidence. Now, let us think about how a confident person acts compared to someone who feels insecure.
That's a good point. We can often see the difference in how people behave. Confident people have some very positive qualities.
What are some of those qualities?
Well,
Confident people often cheer on others. They're happy for other people's successes and they support them. They don't feel jealous.
That is true. They are not afraid of others succeeding. They are open-minded too, are not that?
Yes, they are. Confident people are usually open to new ideas and different ways of thinking. They are not stuck in their own thoughts. They like to learn and grow.
And they are often willing to take risks, right? Not big, dangerous risks, but they're not afraid to try new things or step outside their comfort zone.
Exactly. They understand that taking a small risk, like trying to speak English with a new person, can lead to good things. And if they make a mistake, they do not give up.
That is important. They learn from their mistakes instead of letting them stop them. They see mistakes as chances to improve.
Yes, they do. They do not blame others, and they do not fear change. They adapt and keep moving forward. It's a very empowering way to live. We have talked a lot about what confidence looks like in people's actions. So, to sum up, why do you think confidence is so very important for our lives?
That is a great question. Confidence is important because it really helps us in many parts of life. For example, it leads to much better performance. When you believe in yourself, you do tasks better, whether it's at work, in school, or even just daily activities.
I agree. It removes a lot of the pressure. And I think it also helps with our feelings, doesn't it?
Absolutely. People with more confidence often feel less worried and less anxious. They feel happier because they trust their own ability to handle things. And it also helps with how we connect with others.
Yes, it builds stronger relationships. When you're confident, you're more open, and others feel more comfortable with you. Plus, you mentioned earlier about handling challenges.
That is true. Confidence gives us more resilience. When difficult things happen, confident people are better able to bounce back. They don't get stuck in sadness or disappointment for long. They find a way forward.
So, it helps us perform better, worry less, have stronger connections with people, and become stronger when faced with problems. It sounds like a superpower.
It really does. And the best part is that confidence is not something you're just born with. It's a skill. It's something you can build step by step over time.
That is a very important message. Everyone has moments of doubt, and that is normal. What truly matters is how we choose to respond to those moments and how we choose to build ourselves up.
Exactly. Every small step you take to practice these strategies we discussed helps you become more confident. It is a journey, and every bit of effort makes you stronger. That is a perfect way to end our talk today. Confidence is truly a skill you can build. Now, for our listeners, we want to give you one action step to try this week.
Your action step is this. Choose just one of the 9 strategies we talked about today and try to practice it. Maybe it is trying to be kind to yourself when you make a mistake, or perhaps it is setting a small, achievable goal and celebrating it. Just pick one and start there.
Yes, one small step can lead to big changes over time. And to give you some extra motivation, here's an empowering quote. Believe you can, and you are halfway there.
That is a powerful message. Remember, your journey to speaking English confidently is also a journey of building self-belief.
We hope you enjoyed this first episode of Speak English by Listening. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to our podcast.
And if you have a moment, please leave us a comment or review. This helps other English learners find us. Your feedback also helps us improve.
Before we go, we want to explain 3 useful words we used today in our conversation, words that are important for English learners to understand.
The first word is confidence. You heard us say it many times today.
Confidence means believing in your own ability to do things well. If you have confidence, you feel strong and sure of yourself.
The second word is resilience. We use this word when talking about handling setbacks. Resilience means the ability to recover quickly from difficult times or problems. If you are resilient, you can bounce back when things are hard.
And the third word is compassionate. We talked about being kind and compassionate with yourself. Compassionate means showing care, understanding, and kindness towards yourself and others, especially when someone is suffering or has made a mistake.
Thank you for listening. We will be back next time with another topic to help you speak English more confidently.
Until then, keep practicing and remember to be kind to yourself. Goodbye.